The climate and adaptations of animals to climate. Learning about weather. In this chapter, we will study about the weather and climate. We will also see how different forms of life are adapted to the climate of their habitat. When we are heading for a hill station, we pack clothes according to the weather and climate conditions. We keep our woolen clothes and jackets. When the sky is cloudy, our parents insist that we carry an umbrella. Whenever our elders plan family function, we hear they discuss the weather. You must have also heard the experts discussing the weather before they start a game. Have you ever wondered why? The weather may have a profound effect on the game. Weather has a profound effect on our lives. Many of our daily activities are planned based on the weather predicted for that day. There are daily reports of the weather on the television and radio and in the newspapers. Weather. We find that the daily weather report carries information about the temperature, humidity, wind speed, and rainfall during the past 24 hours. It also predicts the weather of the day. Humidity, as you might know, is a measure of the moisture in air. Do all the 7 days have the same maximum and minimum temperatures, humidity, and rainfall? The maximum and minimum temperatures recorded may be the same for the sum of the days. However, all the parameters are not the same on any 2 days. Or a week, there may be considerable variation. The day-to-day condition of the atmosphere at a place with respect to the temperature, humidity, rainfall, etc. is called the weather at that place. The temperature, humidity, and other factors are called the elements of the weather. The weather of a place changes day after day and week after week. That is why we often say, today's weather is too humid, or the weather was warm last week. The weather is such a complex phenomenon that it can vary over very short periods of time. It can happen sometimes that it is sunny in the morning, but suddenly clouds appear from nowhere and it starts raining heavily. Since weather is such a complex phenomenon, it is not easy to predict. As it is clear from any weather report, the maximum and minimum temperatures are recorded every day. There are special thermometers for this purpose, called maximum and minimum thermometers. The maximum temperature of the day occurs generally in the afternoon, while the minimum temperature occurs generally in the early morning. All changes in the weather are caused by the sun. The sun is a huge sphere of hot gases at a very high temperature. The distance of the sun from us is very large. Even then, the energy sent out by the sun is so huge that it is the source of all heat and light on the earth. So, the sun is the primary source of energy that causes changes in the weather. If you live near the sea, you would have realized that the weather at your place is different from that of a place in a desert or near a mountain. Summary: the day-to-day condition of the atmosphere at a place with respect to the temperature, humidity, rainfall, wind speed, etc., is called the weather at that place. The weather is generally not the same on any 2 days or week after week. The maximum temperature of the day occurs generally in the afternoon, while the minimum temperature occurs in the early morning. All the changes in the weather are driven by the sun. That is all in this subtopic. Let us learn more in our next subtopic. Enjoy learning.